Hello everybody and welcome to Lucky by Nature. I am Beastdaemon and thank you for hanging out with me today. Please show your amazing support by smashing the like button, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can get your daily dose of Ark. Today I'm going to share 3 tips that every Ark player should know to help you with your Ark experience. So for tip number 1, we are going to be talking about buried dinos. Many tribes use this method because you can put Perlovias in the ground on passive and you can use them as vaults more or less. And if you get raided, more often than not, people will not know that you have buried dinos full of all your important stuff. And don't forget that Basilisk and the Reaper King can also bury themselves. But I'm going to show you how to find this stuff and how to get them out. First, I want to show you this using a tech helmet because apparently a lot of people believe that they can use this to find the buried dinos, and that is not the case. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you. So now that we know this, let's go ahead and take care of business with the real stuff. I also put another Perlovia somewhere around here, and you just can't see them. And in fact, I'm gonna go to one of the Perlovias, and as you can see, this, I mean, we get a better view like this, and we can see that wild pteranodon, but we can't see the buried Perlovia. So the best way to find them is by using the direwolf. So we do the little sniff and they pop right up, as you can see. So now that that's verified, you know where the dinos are, now how do we get them out? As you can see, you can't bite them out, and if they're on passive, I mean, they're not gonna do anything anyway. So we can't bite them out, that's obvious. So what we are going to do right here is we are going to use a little C4, and I'm just going to use one because I don't want to kill the Perlovia because I want to test other things, but this usually takes care of that. It brings it right out. As you can see, it doesn't fight or anything, but it still comes out, and it's pretty hurt. Alright, so as you can see, now that it's hurt, even if it's underground, you can see that little cross. But the other ones are over here. Let's see if we can put C4 on these guys. So I know for a fact that this is where the Reaper King, of course you wouldn't know that, but I know that it's a Reaper King. And let me make sure that those are right on it, alright. And as you can see, the C4 doesn't do anything. So like rockets would also hurt the Perlovia. But now I'm gonna use the UT, and this is actually the best thing to use, and you would actually take this on a raid. So as you can see, it kind of, there we go. They always do that, I don't know why, but as you can see, it popped right out. So now let's go over to the Reaper King and blow this guy out of the way real quick. Alright, so now let's do this for the Reaper King, and as you can see, it came right out. Why? I do not know. It's so much bigger, but I mean, it does go by the level. So now let's go ahead and see what we can do with the other one over here. And as you can see, this one is not popping out. Can't bite it out. Oh, you can, I mean, you can verify where it's at, and that's it. That's as far as you can go with this situation. And there are other things that you can use, like you can use a Diplo. So why don't we go ahead and put this guy away. and I will show you what the Diplo does. Alright, so here we are. As you can see, the Reaper King, but we can push that right out, not a problem. We can do the same thing with the Purlovias, but that darn Basilisk, it's really a pain because it won't come out. So that is a little different than the Reaper, obviously, as you can very well see. But it does have a vulnerability, just like the Purlovia. And that is that it can actually take damage with C4 or rockets, you know, splash damage. Yeah, splash damage. And then it should pop out. So let me verify where it's at, so that way I can put the C4 down. But you know, with these guys, I'm just gonna put a bunch of it down just because I want to see what happens. Alright, let's do this. Oh my god! Wow, look, it's almost like it's falling down in slow motion. That was epic. That was pretty sweet. So as you can see, the only way that you can get them out is by using C4 or something to that effect. Tip number 2 is using transponders. So whenever you put one of these guys on one of your dinos, and you know these are used in case they get lost, you can actually set the frequency. So by pushing the right bump button on Xbox or PlayStation, you can go to the frequency and you can set the frequency, which normal is 70. On computer, you push the left control button, and as you can see, it's telling me basically how far my wyvern is. So I use 70 for my flyers just because, you know, that's the default. But for if I'm gonna use this for, like, let's say the land dinos, or you know, specifically for the UT, you know, we could use, let's say, 80 and put one of these on. And so if you lose a UT, then there you go. You can set your frequency to 80 and push the button, and it'll only show the UTs if that's what you use 80 for. And if you do lose a wyvern, which is you know, actually kind of common, we can just go ahead and switch the frequency. Okay, as you can see the UT there, 71 meters. So now let's go ahead and switch it back to 70 because that's for my birds. Well, not 710. All right. And as you can see, now it's showing me only the lightning wyvern. So you can set it specific to each type of dino. So for instance, if you know, I have several tribe mates, I could assign a set of frequencies to each player, and that way, you know, they would have a set, so they could choose, you know, what they want to use for their wyverns and different dinos and things like that. But now let's move on to the third tip. This one is how to put color to your wall torch. So basically all you have to do is have a wall torch up, obviously, and I'm sure that a lot of you already know that you can paint bi-directional lamps, whatever color you want, and that's one thing. Also the flare guns, you can do the same. But for this, I'm gonna turn this skin to red, and then I'm gonna put that skin on this regular torch, and of course now you have the little red light or sparkler. And so now all you really have to do is just throw the sparkler into the wall torch, and that's pretty much it. Now you have a red light. pretty nice, I think. And of course you can do whatever color you want and all that good stuff. And this one I decided to just throw it in here just because it was fun. I am gonna try to do some like really good tips and then just a fun tip whenever I can, just because I know some people actually like this type of thing. But anyways, I hope that this is helpful to you, and so until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.